Hello and welcome to this week's news and notes across the League of Legends ecosystem. I cover the four major regions in this weekly video. Looking at the key moves that teams may have made and going over them with you, just in case you missed them, pretty much. I do also do some CB lull news on this on these videos. However, this week there really wasn't anything to talk about. It's going to look like this is all LCS news, and it is. The Vitality still haven't officially announced Haru and Bo, I believe, as two players coming to Vitality. So when that becomes official, that'll be on the next week's video. And other moves that other teams may be making. These are the official ones according to Leaguepedia, so that's what I'm going to go with, and the contract database. And I have a lot to say about this, so if you're an LCS fan, stay tuned. I definitely have some opinions. I think that there are clearly two teams on this list that got worse and two teams that got better. Three of the four are out of the playoffs, and generally, these four are the expected four out of the playoffs when you look at the LCS. So, Golden Guardians allowed Lost to walk. They allowed multiple players to walk. They did a lot of academy moves. I don't list really academy moves on here. I put leader on here and Kevy on here for other purposes. I think that they actually have relevance to the main team. Now, Lost is out. Stixxay has moved back in as AD carry. I think that's a bad move. You've gotten older for no reason. I don't think Lost was the problem. Stixxay did very well in Academy this past split. Obviously, a long time LCS pro. A 5.8 KDA is strong. 924 CS per minute is solid. You're in the 9 to 10 range. That's solid. However, you are against Academy players. So, take that for what you will. Lost 8.76, not where you want him to be. Looking at the champion pools, I believe Stixxay has a deeper one. He played 9 champions, where Lost played 6. Obviously, Stixxay played 11 more games, but I do believe Stixxay has a little more to offer in that front because of his experience, age playing a positive in that way. You get more comfort on different champions and different metas. Similar KP, however, I will say that Stixxay did provide a lot more in the kill share department for the Academy team, nearly 39%, and would get a little more gold. So I don't really like that move for Golden Guardians. And they brought Leader in from Vitality. Leader did not play at all this past split, and he's going to be the Academy mid laner, but I do believe he's going to push a Blaze Olive. Two very different mid laners. Blaze Olive more known for the control mages, in my opinion, where when you look at Leader is higher ceiling, lower floor type of player, more coin flippy, plays a little more interesting champions. We saw his Yone a lot last year with, I believe, Vitality. I don't know why it's escaping me. Obviously, I just looked at it. So, comparing the two, Leader out-farmed Blaze Olive by almost half a CS per minute in the LEC. So that's a big deal. I think that maybe there is a possibility Leader could get to 9 CS per minute in the LCS if he was able to get an opportunity. KP is similar. However, kill share, Leader has almost 6%, well, more than 6% KP kill share. He is definitely, like I said, more coin flippy. He can dominate and carry games, but at the same time, there are games where he falters. Looking at champion pool, the size of the champion pools are similar, but they're different. Like I said, Leader plays many different champions, where a Blaze Olive is, you're expecting more of the mage, safe picks out of a Blaze Olive in mid. And I think that that's okay. That can make them better in mid, but I don't know if it offsets going with Stixxay in bot lane over Lost. Speaking of teams taking a step back, Dignitas, I feel like River should probably ask to go back to PSG Talon. I don't know why Dig brought Gamsu back. You could be a Gamsu fan, but the guy is 27 years old. His best days are behind him. And I mean, Fake God was the problem, but Gamsu is not going to help your cause. Because looking at his academy stats, he had a worse KDA than Fake God. His CS per minute is only slightly better, negligent, 1 CS per 10 minutes. KP significantly lower, 44.1% KP with 100 Thieves Academy. Like, that's awful. So he just split push the whole time and didn't even farm that well. Kill share, 14.8%. However, 21.5% gold share. So he got more gold with 100 Thieves Academy than Fake God got with Golden Guardian, with Dignitas. But he does less with it. Like, I don't understand this move at all. I knew they needed to replace the top laner, but this was not the move that they should have done. I mean, Gamsu played 11 champions in 36 games. Fake God played 9 in 18. This is, I don't know. If Gamsu plays a really good Ornn, then okay. Excuse me, you don't take a step back, but otherwise, I don't know why they made this move. This makes absolutely no sense to me. Absolutely no sense. I can't even, they took a step back, a massive step back with this move. Immortals got better. So they got Lost from Golden Guardians. Lost is definitely improvement over Arrow. Wild Turtle is better than Arrow in my opinion this past split. I don't really understand what the deal was. I feel like behind the scenes there was something going on with that. So, I'm not going to speculate beyond that. So, Lost I think is a good move over both of them. Lost stronger KDA, which is whatever. Like we said earlier, we'd like his CS per minute to be higher. He does involve himself in the play more, 68%, which is over 10% higher than what Arrow was doing with Immortals. However, Arrow would definitely get his nose in there when it came to getting kills, but overall KP was low. So he was more, in the side lane doing his thing. And, I just think Lost was definitely an improvement for them. And I think that getting Kenvi in the jungle is a solid move from 100 Thieves Academy over Xerxes. I feel like Xerxes kind of just was whatever. And this frees you up for a possible, what am I trying to say? An import slot. This gives them more opportunities. Kenvi, I believe, is an improvement over Xerxes. His CS per minute is 0.6 higher. Obviously, that was in 100 Thieves Academy, but I do think, Xerxes gave you some pizzazz with his champion pool, but at the same time, I feel like that could also hurt you. Sometimes it was just way off meta. Weird things that don't make any sense. Kenvi, big kill guy. He carried 100 Thieves at times. 29% kill share, which was 7% higher than Xerxes with Immortals. So Kenvi will take over games if necessary, which is what Immortals needs. Immortals needs that outside of possibly PoE going off. Lost is going to provide them an opportunity to succeed. I think Immortals are going to leapfrog Golden Guardians and can leapfrog Dignitas after making these moves. Which is unfortunate because I really like River. I think River and Pride, and even Pride Stalker, I think both junglers are getting screwed. Looking at this champion pool wise, Kenvi only slightly bigger. Like I said, Xerxes plays all sorts of different things, so you lose a little bit there. But I think that they gained in carry potential. Now the last one, the most interesting news on this board: CLG signing Kevy. Kevy coming from Team Order. Kevy was the guy that I really, really was high on going into MSI out of Oceania. His champion pool is great. His stats were disgusting. Obviously, we saw them go 0-8 in group stage and leave. However, I do believe Kevy is still very good. I'm very interested to see how he does with CLG. I believe he should be starting over contracts now. Very, very good player. 6.7 KDA, 6.88 CS per minute. 74.9 KP. All very high numbers, and obviously it happened in Oceania. So you'll be like, oh, 0-8 at MSI, so really is he better than Contracts? His numbers at MSI are better than Contracts. Contracts, 1.68 KDA, 5.49 CS per minute, which is okay. 5.5 is solid CS per minute. But 67.2 KP, you're making things happen, but not at the rate that Kevy makes things happen. Kevy, like Kenvy, provides that carry potential, over 31% kill share, which is, I mean, actually looking at this, it was 9.5% higher than Contracts this past split. Like, it's not even a contest. I am really interested to see what CLG does this split. I do not think CLG is going to be a world beater. They have a lot of issues. That is without a doubt. But they got better with this move. Kevy played 5 champions in 14 games. Contracts 8 and 17. But Kevy will play a lot of different things. The Evelyn, his Evelyn was very, very, very good regionally. Plays Karthus. He does AP junglers very well. I am interested. I really like junglers. I like supports. I like the players that make things happen. I think that he is a upgrade over Contracts for sure. And with Golden Guardians and Dignitas taking a step back, who knows what's going to happen in the bottom part of the region. In addition to TSM bringing in Maple, what is Maple going to bring to the table? If he is the guy from the PCS a couple years ago, TSM, I could see leapfrogging off. Well, Immortals will be tough, but I think they can leapfrog the other 3 teams. But we'll see how that goes. Also, some other news. Vital left. Vital was loaned out from Nanshan Red Force. I can't say the name, so I'm just saying Nanshan Red Force. To a Japanese team. I really liked Vital when he got his opportunities with the main club when Ghost was out, I believe with COVID, and then Ghost ended up supporting him at times. I thought that he was actually really competitive. I thought that he could even rival Ghost in some ways. Because Ghost, a lot of times this past split was non-existent. I really felt like he let down Red Force, as did BDD. And another thing, Ophelia left Gen G for Rainbow 7. And that's going to be really interesting because we didn't see Ophelia really in mid too much this past split. We did see him play a little bit of bot lane because of Ruler being out. A Korean mid could really make things happen in Latin America. I think that's a wide open spaces sort of situation with Team Ace coming out of there for MSI. I believe that anybody could win that. And obviously Team Ace, mid lane was probably the weakest role on the team. Second weakest. Support was pretty weak. So I think that there's a possibility there for even a guy like Ophelia to really take over. So I'm interested to see how that goes over the split. If you have any comments down below on any of this news, comment, make your opinion known. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. If you missed earlier today, I did my MSI Rumble Stage Day 4 roundup, where I went over every game. And I also will have LPL previews later on today. I believe it's going to be Ultra Prime and OMG, so stay tuned for that.